the tax.
Hey you guys, this is my week 3 reflection video for immersion, and a really big point I took away from this week was letting thoughts and ideas and noises and things you hear and stimulus just go by you. So currently I'm in a noisy classroom recording this video. There are other people talking. And before this immersion, I'd probably get really angry or upset and say, oh, they're disturbing me, they're breaking my focus. But after doing meditation and seeing that if they make noise or something, I really don't care. I mean, it just goes there and goes by. It's just like passing weather. So that's a big thing I've taken away so far. And this week's all been about the finer points for me. So another finer point I took away is from Toshindo meditation, was the placing of the head in relation to the hand when hitting someone. So when you hit someone with the palm of your hand, you strike, you have to protect yourself with your other hand, like this. And that's something I wouldn't have picked up on the first week, but I've really been working on my observation skills and seeing a Mr. Norris and Mr. Hayes do things. And being an observer and really focusing on the technique, watching the footwork, hand movements, that's a really powerful thing in becoming a better meditator, or better at Toshindo, better at anything. I also tried to really, in meditation, to really tense the deep breathing muscles during that deep belly breathing, and really pull the belly button back to the spine, and completely exhale all the stale air. And another finer point I saw in Toshindo was, when performing a move, getting back into this staggered fighting position, always ready. So in a real fight, if you hit someone and they go down, they may get back up. You can't just relax, as your body naturally wants to do. You really have to be able to visualize the attacker in front of you and recreate any emotions or feelings you would have at the time. So fear, anger, pain, or pride. And in meditation, it was understanding and realizing the light sensations that your body has and feeling those. So not trying to think about them, which is what I was doing the first week, but actually feel that, access the nerve endings in that area and not identify it or interpret what body part it is, just feel the feeling. So a powerful experience for me this week was actually spending time with Sagar, Nick, Matt, Jordan, and Freddie eating lunch at B-Dubs this week. And I hadn't really gone out with anyone this week to eat lunch, and because most of the people on this immersion I normally don't hang out with. But this is one of the best experiences I had thus far. And it was really the first time I felt deep connection with anyone on this immersion, most of whom I wouldn't connect with outside of this immersion. And being with all these people, I've started to develop this and feel like we've known each other for years. But it's been sort of funny that the non-immersion type activities, the eating lunch and the breaks we take, have been just as meaningful and had the same level of impact as the things we actually do during immersion, like archery or Toshindo. However, one big thing I took away from this is that eating some processed food and then meditating is no bueno. It doesn't settle on my stomach, so I'm not going to do that again. And in this last meditation session on Friday, I was a bit unsettled. I became angry at everyone and certain people in the room, and I thought they weren't taking it seriously or as seriously as I was. Then I realized that I was just taking myself out of the experience, and getting angry isn't going to do anything. I just need to get back to my breathing. And it ended up alright, but I didn't feel the same connection everybody else did. And again, that could have just been my ego getting in the way, wanting to differentiate myself from everyone else, have this idea of caring or indifference. But after some reflection, deep down inside, I know that this human connection and caring for others is an innate human desire and need. And I look forward in this week to working on developing that connection with everybody else in this immersion. Finally, this weekend, I've been working on an essay for this program I'm applying for this summer in response to the question of what is a text or a book that's had a profound influence in the way I understand the world. So after reading The Way of the Peaceful Warrior for the second time, over immersion, I chose to talk about this book and the effect the immersion program has had on me in establishing a meditation practice and changing the way I think about ego. So if you want to read that essay, check down the description where I have a link to it. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll talk to you all next week.